Kazakhstan may become the first country in Central Asia to introduce age limits for social media. The proposal was recently raised in parliament following a pass already taken by several countries around the world, most notably Australia, which introduced one of the strictest restrictions on children's access to social media. But how does it work in practice, and does it actually achieve its goal?
Debate over social media regulation in Kazakhstan is not new. Following discussions around TikTok regulation in 2024, lawmakers began exploring broader restrictions on children's access to social media. The issue returned to the parliamentary agenda last spring amid growing concerns about the impact of online platforms on young users. Research shows that 88% of children in Kazakhstan owned smartphones in 2024, while 1 in 5 parents admitted they did not know what their child posts online. Citing similar measures introduced abroad, some lawmakers are now calling for age restrictions on social media and new tools that would allow parents to better monitor their children's online activity.
Today, many countries have introduced restrictions on children's use of social media. This include China, South Korea, France, and the United States and Australia. In China, authorities have moved to regulate minors' use of mobile devices, including limiting smartphone access during nighttime hours from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. France has banned mobile phones in schools for students under 15 and introduced regulations governing children's access to online platforms. There are many examples around the world. If we are serious about protecting the next generation and thinking about the country's future, then we need to take concrete actions now.
Similar debates are taking place around the world, but countries are taking different approaches. Australia became the first country to introduce a nationwide ban on social media accounts for children under 16. Under the law, platforms are expected to verify users' ages through identification documents, facial recognition, or banking information. Supporters say the measure helps protect children from harmful content and addictive online behavior. Critics, however, argue that age limits alone cannot solve the problem. They point to recommendation algorithms, platform design, and broader online safety challenges. Some also warn that large-scale age verification could create new privacy concerns. Australia's experience has already become part of the debate. While supporters view the law as an important safeguard, digital rights advocates argue that its effectiveness remains far from proven.
The social media ban has not protected kids. Firstly, for most kids, it hasn't even worked. 70% of Australians under the age of 16 are still on social media platforms. And even if a teen did lose their account, some of the banned social media platforms are still accessible without an account. And teens are really vulnerable when they're looking at these feeds while logged out, because their feeds are going to show them a range of different content. Secondly, it has added a lot of pressure on kids who might no longer be able to access online support networks. In the weeks following the social media ban, the Australian Youth Mental Health Hotline received over 100 calls about the ban. Many of these calls came from suicidal, distressed, isolated, or disabled teens.
Concerns about children's online safety are also growing in Kazakhstan. Research suggests that many children begin using the internet at an early age, while cyberbullying and harmful online content remain persistent challenges. At the same time, the internet has become an important tool for education, communication, and everyday life, creating a difficult balance between protection and access. As discussions continue, experts say that any future legislation would require more than age limits alone. Questions remain over how age verification would work in practice, who would enforce the rules, and what responsibilities online platforms would have. According to legal experts, effective child protection online depends not only on restrictions, but also on clear oversight, accountability, and enforcement mechanisms.
Here, I think it's a key role belongs to the state regulator. It should set clear standards for child protection, require regular reports from the platforms, and have real powers to audit and control them and fight them. Also, needs to be an easy complaint channel for parents and teenagers, and companies should report publicly or how they respond on this question. This is not just a nice rule on paper, but the working system with a clear, accountable regulation.
From Australia to Europe and now Kazakhstan, governments all around the world are searching for ways to protect children online. Yet international experience suggests that age limits alone may not solve the problem. As lawmakers continue to debate the future of children's online safety, finding a balance between protection, privacy and access to the opportunities of the digital world remains a challenging task. Yergali Ramazanuli, Anel Iralieva, New Time.